Today we are going to discuss how to configure RCM with ICD Injection pump to ensure that the ICD Injection pump shows up as product 2 within the RCM object pool. For this demonstration, we are going to set up with a Viper 4 field computer. I'm going to walk you through the steps, kind of what to expect to see and what settings need to be adjusted in order to do this. So this is what you should expect to see as soon as you turn the Viper 4 on and hit the UT or VT button, depending on what software version Viper 4 you have. We are running the latest Viper 4 software version 2.7 stuff here. So the screen might be a little bit different than what you're used to seeing with the older software on the Viper 4 field computers. This is a brand new configuration, first time setup on the RCM. You're going to see the RCM object pool. And as we progress in this video, you're going to see the ICD injection pump object pool show up, just showing that we initially plugged the ICD injection pump into the system. So it's showing up on the can, so you'll get the ICD injection pump display object pool. It should go through a detecting machine configuration where it's adding that ICD injection pump to the system. You're just going to press the update button, choose your existing machine configuration. For this scenario, I chose a 9420R John Deere tractor. And as you can see at the top of the page, you got your machine configuration set up. I did add a 24-row toolbar onto this earlier. I'm not going to go through the steps of how to set up, calibrate the ICD injection pump at this time in this video. It's just basically how to link that ICD to the RCM so it all shows up. So like I said, once we press on the RCM object pool icon there, it's going to bring up your select profile, and you'll choose a new profile. You'll go through the process of choosing, naming your setup configuration. For this test, I just did NH3. And then you're going to choose your machine type. There's multiple machine types to choose from. Since we're going to be using an NH3 toolbar, we're going to choose NH3 tool, and then we'll put our application width in. We are going to be using a 60-foot toolbar, and notice you can change between foot and inches in the screen. So to verify the correct unit of measure is selected, and then hit next. And this setup system screen, this is actually where we need to ensure the injection ECU is selected as ECU number 2. If you leave those dotted lines in there, you'll never see your ICD injection pump within your RCM screen. So you got to verify you put a 2 in there, or if you had multiple products or multiple RCMs, you put the corresponding number in there. And here we're just choosing our selection application mode for the main product RCM, which is NH3. And then we'll just go through your basic NH3 setup for your toolbar, number of sections with RCM. First 6 sections are dedicated to the RCM toolbar, the NH3 setup. And here you're basically just entering your width of your sections. I'm just doing equal section widths for all 6 sections, 10 foot for each NH3 section. And here if you have a ISO switch box, this is where you would see, or how to select your switch mapping for that ISO switch box. Select multiple sections for an individual switch, or I just left it easy here. I got 6 sections on the H3 toolbar, so I just left them mapped as 1 through 6 for my sections. And that gives you your summary page. Here, if you had pressure transducers on your NH3 toolbar, you can definitely select the pressure transducer setup there. I don't have any pressure transducers on my stand here, so I'm just going to skip that in order to avoid any alarms coming up saying I don't have a pressure transducer connected. The next page, when you hit the next arrow, you're going to get to your product 1 NH3 setup, where you're going to choose your control valve type, typically either dual or single valve. Single valve if you have a fast valve, your response rates, control deadbands, efforts, and if you hit the question mark, it kind of gives you a help menu to explain what those different values are. And you'll hit next and you'll enter in your NH3 meter cal, typically in pounds of N, and that is found on your flow meter. And here you'll enter in any sort of tank capacities. If you so choose, those can be left at 0. It's not a requirement to proceed through this. And hit next, and then you get to your rate. You have to at least enter 1 preset rate in where the star is, otherwise it won't let you proceed. But for this, I just added all 3 preset rates in there. 10 pounds per acre rate bump. And here you can choose your rate selection. We've got help menus in each one of these screens to explain what those different values and meanings are. And we'll hit next. Off rate alarms, any rate alarms that you want to set, so you can definitely uncheck the alarm to make that go away. Hit next, and then we go to our product 2. This is our injection setup. Just your tank capacity and your rates here. These are in ounces per acre. Once you get your rates in, you can definitely do a rate bump. And once you make your selections, go ahead and hit the next button. And this is your setup summary saying this is exactly what your machine has: number of products, number of sections, width, and if you have a switch box present or not. And once your object pool reloads after you had finalized your initial setup of your RCM with your ICD injection, you'll get to your main run screen on the RCM. This is what you're going to see. You're going to see product 1, which is your main NH3 product. Product 2, which is going to be your injection pump. Press and hold on it. You can get to your rate selections again and make those changes from this screen. So once you get your RCM configured with your injection product, you want to go back into your machine configuration by pressing on the picture with the red boom on it, and you're going to add your boom configuration back to this. Since I already had one selected, I hit delete, and then you just hit that add button. It pulls in your NH3 system through the ISO, and you're good to go. And once you get into your equipment setup sections tab, here you can just verify number of sections that you set up on your RCM just to verify everything looks good, but there's no editing in this page. And once that's complete, you can green arrow back and go to your VT screen. And then once everything's set up, we are good to go. We can actually start a job and get in the field and start running. So you'd hit your little tractor icon, which is your start job button, and definitely start a new job. Now that you're on your start job settings page, you're going to enter in your rate mode. You can definitely just hit your preset rate 1, and these will automatically fill in, but I just like to re-enter the rates in here as well. Configure your screen with the Viper 4 however you would like it, but notice, everything product 1 and 2 are both on, running here. You can add the pump widget icons to basically shut those products off or on just with the easy press of a button. The UT screen there pulls up your object pools. You can switch between your RCM and your ICD injection system. Make your rate changes within this screen, and it should pull over onto, if you can see on the right hand side of the page, it's actually changing your target rates as well just by pressing those preset rate selections. So that's why those are nice to have preset up if you're going to be running more than one rate. So I just want to thank you at this time for listening and watching this video on how to set up an ICD injection pump with RCM. If you have any questions, please watch more videos, or you can give us a call on our tech support line and we can walk you through settings. Thank you.